for this PC. This PC. This. Okay. My computer. See, this is the server, the server name. Okay, and if you do the NS lookup,
Okay.
you'll get the IP address. So along with that, we can see the RAM and the CPU also for the computer. So local host is the local it is nothing but the computer that you logged in or the server that you logged in. That is generic term. So that local host, we have to change the server name, proper server name. We have to change it. So in Cognos 11 takes FPDN. Example here. Example, computer name is here, like DZ T38X or yes, okay, and then under dash 2T, okay, this is computer name, okay. The IP is, let's say, 10.158.190.5. Yeah, so let's continue. So this is IP address, okay. So for this,
Okay.
if I logged into this server, okay, that server becomes local host for that anyone. So local host is the generic term that we use for the each of the computer. So it is about local host. So we need to change this to either this or this now. But in Cognos 11, in Cognos 10, it was allowed to use IP address or server name. But now in Cognos 11, it is allowed, but to perform the Cognos better, we need to use FPDN like this. And let's say here Boeing, okay, BOEING Boeing dot com, like this. This is FPDN now. FPDN is fully qualified domain name. So domain is .com, Boeing.com, and fully qualified domain name for means fully qualified name. This is the name of the computer. This is fully qualified name, FPDN. So along with the domain, is fully of the server name is the fully qualified domain name FPDN. Okay. So fully qualified means it qualifies the domain for particular server. That's fully qualified domain name. Else the IP address dot fully qualified domain. So either one we have to add and instead of the local host and the port number also. Port number by default 9300 for dispatcher. For content manager for dispatcher 9500 like that. Understood? So that is in the configuration we need to mention. That is first part. Now the second is SSL. Let me stop sharing screen and start again. For SSL, I told you what is localhost and how to what in between. Second one is SSL. SSL open. I'll give you a rough idea, first of all, brief idea, and then we'll go into detail. The SSL, what is SSL? SSL is secure socket layer. Secure socket layer. Okay, why we use SSL? SSL we use for the security purpose. We use SSL or we implement SSL in Cognos for security purpose. What kind of security we are applying? Instead of having the HTTP that is non-secure port, that is 80 port, we use 443 port that is the secure port. We need to do HTTPS because this site will be secured in this way. Basically, what we are doing, we are converting HTTP to HTTPS request. So the any URL that we are hitting will hit on 443 port, and that URL becomes HTTPS port with the HTTPS protocol, not the HTTP. So S stands for secure. So why we need this? Because the attacks happens using the HTTP. So that is non-secure port means anyone can enter. Any intruder virus can enter. So to prevent that, we need to use HTTPS, and that default port is 440. Now, again, this SSL needs to be implemented via certificates. Okay, SSL needs to be implemented via certificates. Okay, so what kind of certificates we should have? One is internal certificates, internal server certificates. No, internal certificates or external certificates. That is the okay. One is external certificate, external certificates. Second one is internal certificate. Internal certificate. Okay, I will tell you what is this. We have three types of certificates. One is root certificate. Yeah. So for SSL, so do you want to explain this or like here? Certificates are of two types: internal and external. Okay. So also there are three certificates we should be having. So one is root certificate, second intermediate certificate, and third one is server certificate. Okay, just remember these terms. Okay, now to generate these certificates, okay, we need to first first step is request for request CSR. Okay, so once the CSR is approved, CSR to okay generate CSR, request for CSR approval, get this certificate, SSL certificate, and upload the certificate. And the Cognos for the Cognos environment. Now we have followed these steps for each of the everything, every certificate. Okay. So here, if we generate CSR, the request for a CSR approval that needs, if it is internal certificate, then it is for internal inside a company itself. If it is external certificate, then like there are certificate authority companies are available. So for external certificate, it is internal company only, internal to company organization. If it is external certificate, there are certificate authority companies or organizations who provides 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 the certificate. Example, first example is DigiCert. Second one is Semantic. Third one is DocuSign, and so many. Okay, so let's say in your company it is DigiCert. So that DigiCert company will approve the external certificate. Once this okay, generate CSR. CSR means what? Certificate, certificate signing request. Hmm, request. Okay. So first of all, you have to request. First, you have to generate the CSR means you have to generate the certificate signing request. This request needs to be approved by this CSR needs to be approved. Okay. So request for CSR approval means this signing request needs to be approved. If it is internal certificate, then internal to company or organization. If it is external certificate, then it is the certificate authority companies or organizations who provide the certificates. Example, DigiCert, Symantec, DocuSign, like this. Okay, not Symantec. This wait, not Symantec. It is Symmetric or something. Yes, yes, why only? Yeah, Symantec only. Symantec. M is not TCH. Here it is Symantec. Okay. Cement, not semantic, semantic something. Or semantic. 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 Yeah, semantic. This company. So this company, DocuSign, VeriSign. So that is one of the company. Okay. So these are the companies who gives the certificate, external certificates. Okay. And these certificates, when you generate the CSR, you have to request for the certificate start date and end date. So these certificates are for the term 1 year or 2 year or 5 year, 3 year also. It depends on the organization. 3 year, 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 7 years, 8 years, or 5 years or 7 years. They are valid. Okay. So you will see the start date of the on the certificate and end date on the certificate. Okay, end date and time you will see the certificate. So on each certificate there should be a start date, end date, and DSN. That domain system name. This one. This is domain, right? So like whatever the DSN. So there is one more concept I will let you later on. But for now it is DSN. Start date, end date, and DSN. Like the domain name like this. Okay, and this domain name also we have to give like one thing. I will let you know that later. So yeah, so um, we have to just request for approval. Once it is, if it is external, it will approved by the either of these, or like other, there should be other company, then other company. If internal, it is inside organization. Then once we get the get this SSL approval, we get the certificate on our email, our manager email or our email. So like example, cert.cer in CER format, like cert.cer format or cert.pfx format. So either of one format will get the certificate. If it is if it is CSR CER format, then it is a server certificate. Okay. If it is PFX format, we have to uh, use one utility. Okay. And from the PFX format, we have to convert the certificate, and that certificate we need to convert and get this server certificate. Along with that, in this PFS format, we may have the intermediate certificate and certificate also that we need to extract. That is the procedure we have. Okay. Once it is extracted, we have to upload those certificate onto the Cognos environment. Okay. So now we have Cognos environments three. We in Cognos we have three layers. One is content manager. Second one is dispatcher. Third one is web gateway. Okay. See, for content manager and dispatcher, we have to use third party tool. Whereas for web gateway, we have to use the MMC and IIS. To generate a certificate, we have to generate the CSR. We can use the IIS, or and then to upload the certificate MMC or the IIS. So this is how we can upload the certificate for web gateway. Okay. Now this is the procedure. Now we were talking about root certificate, intermediate certificate, and the server certificate. What is that? So each certificate having their root certificate, that is the main certificate. Underneath, the intermediate certificate is optional. Okay, this intermediate certificate is nothing but um, the it is a link in between the root certificate and server certificate. And server certificate is nothing but for that particular server, each server should have the server certificate. Uh, that is server certificate. But the server certificate for one environment is common. For other two environment, it can be different server certificate. So this is about the SSL, okay, part. So now the steps I do not have it for now, but I will directly show you onto the environment later on, because I know all this part. So I'll show directly. If there is document, I'll definitely share it to you. So this part is somewhat it is new for you. Actually, it is new for
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah, it is new for everyone. Even the 7-8 years of which Cognos administrator also can't understand this much. 5-6 years also,
Okay.
many times. So recently, I hired one person who doesn't know this.
Okay.
Okay. So after generating these certificates, so in Content Manager, we have the HTTP URL. So what we need to do, simply instead of HTTP, we have to use HTTPS. For Content Manager, also the dispatcher and content from HTTP to HTTPS, we have to simply add, and then restart the service, then restart the certificate, so the restart the services to apply the changes. Where that is for the Content Manager and dispatcher, where on web gateway also we need to do same. That is under the configuration. Under configuration, we need to do these things. Also, on web gateway, we have to using the IIS. If it is PFX format, directly we can use PFX format. If it is CSR format, we have to use directly we can use PFX format under the IIS. Okay, else we have to use CER format under using MMC. So if it is CER format cert, then we can directly we can use the MMC and IIS. If it is the cert, then the PFX format we can directly use the IIS. No MMC is required. So here on web gateway also in configuration, we have to just add the HTTPS and restart the IIS services. Here dispatcher HTTPS, restart the dispatcher services, restart config manager services. So these are the steps, and then once it is restart, if it is done, then we will we can have UR like HTTP instead of HTTPS. So you will have instead of HTTP, we have HTTPS here Boeing like Cognos prod dot Boeing.com IBM Cognos is the virtual directory and dash VI. So this is the production URL for Boeing. So just example, it is not actually just giving the one example, company example. Boeing, okay, Boeing is a aircraft company. So that is how the SSL works. So earlier in initial stage, this HTTPS was here HTTP before SSL implementation. After SSL implementation, it is HTTPS. So this HTTP uses the port that is 80 port and it was unsecure port. Here now it is 443 port. It is secure port. Also along with this HTTP to HTTPS on web gateway, we have to use 443 port that I will let you know. We have to plus 443 port we have to use on the web gateway that I will let you know how to take it. Okay, now yeah, done. So this is how the certificate thing we need to implement single sign-on. It's not single sign-on, the SSL. This is first time it looks very difficult. Okay, second time somewhat difficult, somewhat better. Third time it looks good. So uh, while implementing, means I did many times, so don't worry about it. I will let you know directly on the environment later. So this is about the SSL part. I'll share this tape to you. Okay. Next is let me check next part. Upgrading Cognos. Again, here I can only tell you steps. Document I don't have, but the upgrade is like I'm sharing. Okay, the Cognos upgrade. What is the Cognos upgrade means? The Cognos upgrade means Cognos server, Cognos analytics 11.1.02 Cognos analytics 11.2.4. Okay, so this is LTS version, as you know now. Okay, this is LTS version again. that IBM team for long-term support for 3 years, 2 to 3 years. Now we need to do Cognos Analytics 11.1.7 to Cognos Analytics 11.2.4. Okay. So currently we are on this server, this environment, and we need to upgrade on this environment. So methods of upgrade for this method of upgrading is in place upgrade. Okay, in place upgrade. Again, the in place upgrade needs to be happen in the same servers. That whatever the servers you are using, this needs to be happen. Needs to be happen in the same servers that you are using for 11.1.7 Cognos Analytics. Okay, 1.7. Okay, now in this case, what happens is we need to take a downtime. Okay, Cognos admin team has to take downtime for specific period. Example, 6 hours. Just example, but it depending on to the 6 to 7 hours, depending on the size of team and size of the environment, and size of team. Okay, so 6 to 7 hours. Okay, and downtime means we need to stop the services on entirely services on this server, the 11.1.7, and on top of the all the directories for the 11.1, and then the downtime means the team has to stop all the services on 11.1.7. Thus, we should upgrade 11.2.4 in the same directory that 11.1.7, same installation directories that 11.1.7 were installed. Okay. So this part you understood, right? Now
Yeah.
the plus they should upgrade 11.2.4 this version in same installation directories that 11.1.7 were installed. What does it mean? Example, the in D drive program files, IBM Cognos Analytics. Okay, under this is the directory. Okay, underneath we have the all the directories configuration and everything. Okay, the CMP list file, the log, everything is under this. Okay, so in the same this directory, this also needs to be installed. Upgrade means we need to install in the same directory. So what happens? The the files related to 11.1.7 will be replaced with 11.2.4 when the installation happens, and that is called the in-place upgrade. Yeah, this is in-place upgrade. Second, for this, okay, same thing, but in different way. Second approach is blue-green approach. Blue-green approach. Great. Okay. In this, the new hardware is required to perform the Cognos analytics server upgrade from 11.1.7 to 11.2.4. Okay. So the new hardware means what? Let's say this Cognos environment has in servers, okay, including two web gateways, web servers, 11 dispatchers, and two content managers. Yes, let's say 17, 16, and one content store. So, content store. Okay. So, in place upgrade, the set of servers will be same because we are doing on the same directory in the same server. But in blue-green approach, this version, the 11.1.7 version, will not be down. The services will not be down. Because we are procuring new hardware. What does it mean? We are procuring another set of 16 servers. That becomes how many servers? 32. How many? 32. Here 16. Where in this approach, we will have 32 servers. What are those 32 servers? 16 existing servers. Okay. 32 servers. In 32 servers, 16 existing servers for 11.1.7 plus 16 new servers will be procured newly procured for 11.2.4. In this upgrade, the services on 11.1.7 will become operational always. Operational always. Cognos 11.1.7 never goes down. Goes down and it will be operational parallelly with it will be operational in parallel. Okay,
Yeah.
parallel. Okay. Now, once the upgrade on 11.2.4 is complete, once upgrade on 11.2.4 is complete or completed, and 11.2.4 environment becomes operational and stable, then we can think to retire or decommission the servers, the 16 servers of 11.1.7. Okay. So in this approach, what happens? Okay. So we need to install Cognos, okay, in 11.2.4. All the new set of servers 16. Okay. So we need to install, just install. There is no interface upgrade. So upgrade, we don't, while upgrading, in this upgrading, we need to, while installing, it will ask for upgrade. So on the same directory you want to install or not. But and automatically it will upload on the same directory. But here we need to install the Cognos, like how I was installing yesterday, right? So like that we have to install the Cognos um, all the way. Okay, that is new installation. And after the installation, we need to make this 11.2.4 installation and configuration. We need to make this 11.2.4 environment operational. Okay, and after that we will take 2 weeks or 15 days to get it stable. And after that, we can think to retire. Retire means decommission. All these 16 set of servers, okay, to decommission them. That is for 11.1. Once this is go live, the 11.2.4 is go live, and then it is become stable in 2 weeks, then we can think to decommission. So same approach will be followed this one. For this approach, this blue-green approach also be followed for this green approach also be followed blue-green upgrade approach also followed for Cognos Cognos 11.11 analytics version upgrade. Okay, what does it mean? So, like Cognos 10 is the BI version, right? Cognos 11 is analytics version. Let's say Cognos 10.2.2 into 10.2.2. And Cognos 11, it is let's say 2.4. Okay. So, if we have Cognos 11.10 version and we need to upgrade it to 11 version, we need to follow this particular approach. Which one? The blue-green approach. Why? Because Cognos 10 is BI version. Cognos 11 is analytics version. Okay. And there is no comparison between, there are many changes in analytics that are not in BI. Okay. So, so there is no chance of having the in-place upgrade in this space, in this case. So for that, we need to follow the blue-green approach, upgrade approach only. So the new set of servers we have to procure and install the Cognos version, new version. And then after the operational, once this is operational, okay, and stable, we need to decommission this. Two upgrade approaches we can follow. There is third approach also. but that you can't understand much. So I don't have to tell you. Um, if required, if you have any, basically companies follow this. So yeah, um, the steps for this, I'll prepare the steps thoroughly, and um, uh, then I will show you that steps one by one and explain it. For both of them, I have to go and yeah, I have to go and prepare the steps. These are the upward approach. Mm, saving. Now we have two types of licenses in Cognos. One is named license. It is named license. Yes. License is license. This and second one is PU based license. PU based license. Now, in name licenses, one user, one license. PUE, one core, one license. So it is based on the core CPU core. Okay. So let's say um, okay, the first one user, one license. Let's say you know that now the license roles. We have four roles. One is analytics administrator, analytics viewer, analytics explorer. These are license roles and the analytics user. So I told you right these four license roles earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So analytics administrator is the top license. The 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 rating that given is 3. For explorer it is 2. For user it is 1. For viewer it is 0. So what does it mean? The rating that 3 is higher level, 2 is bit lower level, 1 is bit lower level, and 0 is the lower level, lowest level. Okay. So now let's say the organization from IBM, the company, the client procured like purchase example, client procured let's say we have in Cognos production, we will have the 15,000 users. Okay. Out of which client procured administrators 30 licenses. Not 30, the example 15 licenses. For Explorer, they purchased example 50 licenses. For user, they purchased um, 14,000 licenses. Okay. And for viewer, they purchase, let's say 14,500 licenses, or let's say 9,000 licenses. Yeah, 9,500 licenses. And the rest 15 and 50, 55. So let's see 65, 965, 14, 965 are for viewer, 14,000 for anti user. Okay. See here, the matching, all these are 15. Now, if this license count goes high, if in the organization in the analytics administrator, if it is 16, 17, 18, then in yearly audit, it will show directly there is a more usage. So accordingly, the license, so based on the usage, the IBM will incur the cost to the company for the licenses. So here, these are procured one. If we should use administrator licenses less 15 or less than 15 licenses. Anti-sector licenses 50 or less than 50. Anti-user licenses 14,000 or less than 14,000. Anti-viewer 965 or less than 965. If it is exceeding more and it comes into audit, okay, in audit, then company has to bear more expenses in this case, in the named user license. This is how the license works. But if company procure 15 and they are using 14 or 13, then also the the our IBM is charging them based on the what how many licenses has been procured or taken. Now, second one is PU licenses. It is based on the CPU. So CPU, you know the CPU. In CPU, you know the core concept. Two core, one core, two cores, four core, eight core, nine core, seven core, six core. Do you know that concept? Okay. The new Intel i5 that that is uh, that is the CPU, right? Intel i5 is CPU. Okay.
Yeah.
Intel i5 Pro or something comes with 9 cores. So this one CPU comes with 9 cores. Cores, the more number of cores means more number of execution, more number of faster process will be faster. If more cores, more faster CPU, less cores, less CPU, means slow CPU. IBM gives the PU licenses based on the cores. So let's say we have the 15, we have 16 servers, right? We have 16 servers. Okay, 16 servers. Out of 16 servers, for web server, two web servers, dispatchers, 11 dispatchers, content managers, content manager servers, two servers, and content store. The computational power that is based on the cores. So in our Cognos, most computational power is required on the dispatcher because each and every request coming and going through the dispatcher and the services works on the dispatcher. Cognos core is dispatcher. The Cognos main core is dispatcher where processing happens. Content manager is the brain. Okay, so like these dispatchers are hands and legs who work for the content manager brain. Understood? Um, Now, okay. So on web server, we should give only example 2 core. 2 core is enough for web server, each web server. Okay, 2 cores. For dispatchers, we can give 16 cores. For each dispatcher, like 8 cores example. Okay. Content manager, we can give 4 cores each. And content store, let's say 2 cores. Okay. So here, how many cores? 2 and 8. 2 and 8. How many? 10. 10 and 4, 14 and 2, 16. 16 cores, okay, getting consumed each day. Okay. Now, on so how 2 cores, but there are like 2 servers. So how many cores? 2 into 2, 4 cores. 11 into 8, 88 cores. Okay. And 4 into 2, 8 cores. Okay. And 1 into 2, 2 cores. So, um, so on these 88 and all cores, right, 88 and 4, 92, 1024 total, cores in total. Okay. Now, for each core, one core, IBM incurs, let's say, cost $1,000. Example, $1,000. Okay, each day. So it is more than $1,000. Let's say $3,000. Okay, so 3,000 into 122. How many dollars? It is 306,000. So this is yearly cost. This is for one core. For one core. Okay. And this is yearly for all 1024 yearly. This is yearly cost. Um, IBM, the company has to give to IBM based on the core. Here, it is based on the licenses. What kind of license? The more cost is on the analytics administrator, then less cost is on the viewer. The after the analytics administrator, it is explorer and then user. Okay, so that's why we are keeping user here more. Okay, so explorer don't need much. We need users more and viewers. That's why we have users and viewers more. Okay, so here like this
Okay.
cost, and it is based on the, let's say, for admin license they incur cost $800. $800 example. Okay, and for this one it incurs $500 or $400. Okay, for this one they incur $200 yearly, and for this one they incur $100. Okay, dollar yearly. Now, now, so 800 into 15, how much? 120. So 8 into 800, how much? 120, 1,20,000, $1,200, right? Or yeah, $1,20,000. Okay, for this it is 50, 400 is equal to It. This is $12,000. This is $8,000. 15 into 4, 60. Is it correct? Yeah, 120. That is right. Okay. Um, yeah, and here 200 into 40. So
I think we need to change above one. Analytic exposure total 50 license. 50 into 400, 20,000.
hmm?
Analytics exposure
Explorer. Okay. So
50.
80,000. Right.
No, no,
So this
no.
much is this one.
Yeah, you
Okay.
take 50. So yeah, 20,000. So
Yeah, this. Okay. That right?
yeah, this one is 50 into 400. You mentioned a 50 license for analytics exposure. Explorer, you take 50 license,
Okay.
not users.
50. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. 20,000.
20,000. Okay. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one. And this one. Okay.
Yeah.
So to see here the total cost. It is this is 12,000, right? Plus
Yeah.
this is 20,000, plus this is 28. How many zeros? 14 into 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus this 9,500. It is 29 total. 29, 28, 500. And here 30. See, which one is more? This one, right? Yeah, actually, ideally, the course will be more than the users. Okay, so means the license for core is costlier than the user. So, so not 3,000 here. It should be like 10,000 example. Okay, if we take 10,000, okay, for 120, because ideally user based license is less costly than the this core based license. Or sometimes if we give the if IBM gives this discount, then core based license is less into
Okay.
102. So 10, 20, 0, here, 2, yeah, now fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. See here, for instead of this much, the core based license is here as for this cost, the 10,000 per core is less. So better to convert from name license to the core based license, right? So for that, they give one PV based license, and in that PV based license, all users need to be added. So there is a PU-based user role is there. Instead of these roles, we should have PU-based license role, and all users need to be added. All these users need to be added. These many users need to be added in that particular role, so that they will assign they can assign one PU-based license, and then we can. So that incurs cost based on PU license. Even if we will have these roles and we'll add the users like 15 users, yeah, 15 users in this license analytics administrator, 50 analytics explorer, this 14,000 analytics user and analytics viewer, this 95. So here, uh, but they won't give the charge on this. They will give charge on this only. One this charge only, not this one. So we will save some cost. So that is how that license works. Understood? Now we have three environments like save, second one is test, and third one is production. Okay. So ideally, if IBM is giving the license, it is common to all three environments. It is not like they having the different set of license, test having different set of license, and production having different set of license. You can add the users as per your requirement on these rules. That is your choice, the company choice. But IBM give the the licenses based on the number of users or the number of ports or number of ports. So it is the company choice. They should add all the users in this course. Yeah, they should add here. That is fine. But if in the case of named licenses, they want 15,000 users or like 30,000 users, or if two people left organization and then um, the license users will be less. So yearly the audit happens. Let's say this year the like 13,000 user only logged into the Cognos. Okay, so they will reduce the 2,000 users cost here in the named licenses. Who will reduce? That is,
Okay.
company will ask IBM to
Best of.
give only 13,000, not 15,000 licenses,
Okay.
and the company will ask to bifurcate this. For example, there are users left from this analytics user or analytics explorer. Mostly, they won't negotiate here. Okay, either one of two or one of three. So um, they can they can give. So based on the organization's request, IBM will give those many licenses, named licenses for next year. Then they have to increase the like instead of 15, 20,000 like that. This is about the licenses. The next topic is Moshio P and Moshio CI. Okay, so I will just give you overview. Real time I will show.
Okay.
Moshio PI. Moshio PI and Moshio PI. Okay, and Moshio PI. These tools are used by the administrators or developers. Okay, what these tools do? These tools supports the Cognos environment to reduce the manual work. Okay, so for administrators and developers, how it will support um, and reduce the manual work. So there are two tools from Moshio company that supports for the Cognos. Okay, Moshio PI tool. Moshio PI tool works or works on content store only. Content store only. Okay, so in Moshio PI, let's say we want report specification of each report. Okay, like in XML format. So we can go to specification viewer, log into Mocha API, and go to and log into the environment that they want, test, dev, or use production. We have to use a dispatcher URL for test, production, and dev, and login. Example, let's say we give the production URL, dispatcher URL. I want to log in production and use your username, password. That's it. So after logging into the Mocho PI using the production, okay, so they want the report specification. We can get it. Let's say from team content, they need number of reports, who ran, what time date, okay, and package name, the reports, report location, package location, all these things they want, okay, and last modified date. So such report also we can fetch from Mocho API. So the from the specific data and time range also we can see. So what happens in this case? The Mocho PI does the select query. Mocho PI does select query. It throws the select query on content store database. Content store database and retrieve that data. Retrieve that specific data. And we can export that data in CSV, PDF, Excel, CSV, PDF format. Again, this Mocho PI can replace some strings. Example, in like 50 reports, we have to replace one SQL statement. Instead of select star from table name. Table name is like example table one, okay, or finance table FIN 002 table, okay, this table. So instead of a select star from, we need to use select first name from IN 002. So we can replace star to first name. So such operations also be done by the push API. What it means? Search and replace will do that. Search and replace option will do that. Search 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 and replace. It means that update query will be update query will be triggered in this, right? Let's say they want to delete the using most of PI, we can delete the unwanted reports or report unwanted content which is not used in last 5 years. Okay, so more than 5 years, whatever the content in team content has, we can delete that. In that case, the delete operation, the content deletion that is not is the content, any report, anything, content deletion can be happened that delete the contents that are delete contents from team content or delete the date delete reports that are not used in years. So here the delete operation will be happened on the content database. Operation will happen on content store database. Okay, so these operations can be performed using the Mojo API. So our manual work is on content store database. So manual work will be reduced right here because this tool is performing our task. Instead of using the audit report, we have to use this Mojo API perform all these tasks. There are many tasks we can explore using Mojo API. I will tell you real time. Second tool is Mojo CI. Mojo CI is another tool from Mojo who supports IBM Cognos. Okay. Mojo CI is a versioning tool. Also, it migrates content like reports, packages, etc. Packages, etc. One environment like state to production into the other environment. Like we did deployment, right? Deployment of the
Yeah.
reports that can be done using the Mojo CI too. That's what I'm saying here. Migrate or deploy contents like reports packages from one environment to other environment. Example, take the production. But while doing this deployment, the Mojo CI tool keep versions. Okay, so that versions on who deploys the content. Like that version is based on who deploys that particular report dashboard. That version will be stored, version 1.0, 1.2, 1.3, and the name of the deployment person. So all that history will be kept by the Mojo CI will keep. If in case we need to undo the deployment, we can undo the deployment too. Okay. The third one, this is versioning tool. It migrates. And third one, we can create test cases of the report, packages, job, PC, and can test them using Mojo CI. Like each and every column, the old report and new report, they can verify each and every column, what columns or condition it has. We can create a test cases like how we do the unit testing, right? In unit testing, each and every component needs to be tested. So, but in unit testing, what we do, we take the SQL query of the report and fetch into database, and there we will see one by one if the report data and the database data is matching or not. So that is not needed. We have Mushu CA tool where all columns and the data that both can be matched automatically, automatically using Mushu CA. So such any task, simple task or complex task performed, Mushu CA keeps versions, okay, and the name, so that we can revert the changes anytime. Now, how the versioning the Mushu CA keeps? Mushu CA has its own content store. It is not based on the Cognos content store. Mushu CA works on Cognos content store, but Mushu CA has its own content store where the versioning keeps happening on that content store. Any update, deletes, any whatever we perform, that will be stored in the Mushu CA content store. That is separate content store for Mushu CA. Separate server for Mushu CA, separate database server for Mushu CA, separate database for Mushu CA. Yeah, this is about the Mushu CA, Mushu PI, and Mushu CA. So you can download Mushu PI, Mushu CA from the Mushu site, but this tools, I think there is a trial version also. For license version, organization uh, has to buy a license, and that license is for Mushu PI. It is user-based license, like or one user license for one server. No,
Okay.
the server-based license. Where Mushu CI, it is individual user license to log in.